Alert to the comrades. Mark G is sabotaging our road to republic. He is illegally sitting in parliament and knows he can't do so when it becomes republic. He is blocking our freedom for personal reasons and also to shackle Jamaica to his birth country, England. Mark Golding is the chain man indeed. Now he wants to chain our country with support from treasonous comrades. Hi again, everyone. Skywalker here on a serious note today. It is more in the mode of red alert, but when you hear me out, you will see how serious and important it is to every Jamaican. I don't care what political persuasion you are from. This is a truth that must be said. Truth has no regard for sentiments. It remains what it is, regardless of how you feel about it. You may not like to agree with it, but it remains unquestionable. My lovely Jamaican people, desperate for progress because of what we have been through and determined that we will never go back to that squalor where there was bondage, chains, and bondage. Our mind is set on success, and the first milestone was that of becoming a republic. In the beginning, both PNP and JLP were arch rivals, yet they joined together with one accord, determined to achieve with national pride within their hearts this national goal. Politics was always secondary to this ideal. It would be the great mark of progress. Now, let me begin with this reminder by a quote from this man who walked through hell and fought the devil for the cause, and no sense of disunity would stop him. I am my brother is me. We all had our umbilical cords cut from the navels of enslaved descendants, and that's why we must fight together or fail. Politics makes sense only when it is necessary, but never when it sells the people out. Whoever is in selfish mode today, I don't care who you are, my brother or sister, but you should change. I don't know what your selfish reasons are, but selfishness will demand consequences wherever your actions demean the people. Marcus Garvey died and left the following quote for you. My beloved people, the great prophet said, progress is impossible without change, and those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. My friend, change your mind. I don't care if you are an opposition supporter. If it slows up or stops your people, change your mind. Now you make me into the prophet, for I must come and talk to you like I am Marcus Garvey. Because when I came to this conclusion, I kept dropping hints. You see them in my past videos. Some of you may not be selfish in your support, but you think you know this imperialist white man, and I don't speak for politics here. I speak for truth and progress for our people. You think you know him, but what is Marky G really here for? See the sum of his actions and listen to the slur of his words. Marky G's words and actions subtly block and delay our move towards full independence, and you see it but still believe that it's coincidental. Why is he always the one with problems that are merely superficial and baseless and mostly on the grounds of lies, when none of our brothers and sisters involved in the process never had a need to gridlock or threaten to gridlock? I strongly believe that members of the PNP will know by now that the purpose they serve by serving this alien man is not in the best interest of our people struggling towards our own independence. Therefore, I call upon you, comrades, especially those in leadership, to change. Change this blunder. Change your minds. Change from this wicked sin against your country and people. Stop Marky G from sabotaging the people of your own blood. Don't be selfish. You have something to gain. But what about all of us? Let the government complete the bipartisan process, which the people already know that P.J. Patterson, who was one of the main architects in this glorious venture, endorsed with all his heart. Let Mr. Patterson see the fulfillment of the Republic now. Mark Golding put black patsies to work as partisan members with the project. They don't turn up, and then he claims that the process is one sided. We are not ready for these games. These actions are transparent and obvious. Your people are supposed to go and contribute to what they are equal parties with. You, Mr. Chairman, stop finding ways and telling lies to sabotage. How can intelligent black people support this evil? The evils, the doings of Mr. Chainman. Now that it is obvious, now that a divisive mole has been spotted, what do you do, supporters of the subject? Do you need a detractor? Can you run a party by yourself, or are you too inferior? Mr. Damian Crawford, answer this. When you went and got the education you keep bragging about, saying you're brighter than everybody, what were your goals? You compared yourself to Andrew Holness, but now you see the difference, right? You shine the PNP. Why? To change what? To be selfish in the need for change, or to make a change for the benefit of the all? What was it? And how far will you go for the people? How far will you go against them? Where on earth is Lisa Hanna, by the way? You must never go to politics to make changes for you alone, especially as a black Jamaican, because that's not what it's about. You have had the experience with all of us. Let me give you this quote from Marcus Garvey. It says, the ends you serve that are selfish will take you no further than yourself, but the ends you serve that are for all in common will take you into eternity. Please change if you want progress. Change for your people, my brother. Change to be brave, to protect your own against tyranny and imperialism, no matter who the guy. You know your history. You said that you are smart, so you know what I am talking about. Marcus said that a people without the knowledge of their past, history, origin, and culture is like a tree without roots. We must remember our ancestry, sir. Don't listen to the dumb YouTube commentator who says that history is irrelevant. If you won't work with your people, they will do it anyway, by any means necessary. As Uncle Marcus said, we are going to emancipate ourselves from mental slavery. Yeah, he said mental slavery. The problem that many of our Judas types are hailing from, those that run into the arms of their shepherd, the chain man, determined to be his sheep, and those that become his black chain gang alike. That's the sound of the man working on the chain gang. Modern day house workers, you know what I mean. Then you have your shadow guards in the private sector, the Tapanaris group that you will bow before. They want us to all become the sheep with you. Here is a little history. Here is a little history too. Mar Golding's ancestors saw themselves as shepherd kings, the only nobles on earth and shepherds of men. Men were nothing but chattel, unless of their own bloodline. Are you one of his bloodlines, black sir? Huh? Cause I don't see that, honestly, with due respect. Does Mark Golding seem happy to see the sheep gain independence? Does he know? The story about Jesus and Judas was always to show you our greatest weakness. You must change. A leech that leech on your ancestors cannot and will never change, but you can change because it is not you and you are not naturally like that. If I know nothing else, I know now that Golding is sabotaging and deliberately sabotaging our independence process. You see it. His only contribution is to threaten gridlock and to find superficial problems with the process that some of our greatest minds, including P.J. Patterson, established and endorsed. Him destroying the PNP for Rise United is one thing. Him spreading propaganda to bring down Andrew Holness is another. No, him sabotaging our determination to become a republic is too much. He has gone too far now. Why would Mark Golding do all of this if he was here to do good for Jamaica? All Jamaicans already know, even if they will lie to spread propaganda, that Mark Golding is from England. And I always like to add that it is London in exact. Yet, many will accept the shadiness and the lies. Why do you do this to yourself, my people? A man comes from England who does not like to be Jamaican, and you embrace him, but you attack your own all day. Most comrades are generally not from first brightest stream. I know that. Most comrades are generally not from first brightest stream. I understand that. But what about the highly educated influencers? They have them. The evil must change. I would never ask or expect Mark Golding to change. He has nothing to lose in this, but everything to gain. It is not England that's going to go to the dogs by you supporting his agenda, which has become obvious and becomes even more obvious all day, every day. My people, we have traitors that gloat over their evil, vindictive devices against their own, just like when the Maroons celebrated Paul Bogle and called him a criminal who should be hanged. The irony is that most of the openly treasonous usually claim to be Maroons. Check the stats or ask L.A. Lewis. Look here, I keep telling you that Mark Golding cannot and will not support Jamaica becoming republic and achieving full independence as long as he lives. If you can't see that, then I won't go back over it today. It's common sense and it's obvious anyway. Those that can't see this are the same Judases that will kill each other over is your mother, as if them push your head down there. While words can hurt, we as humans can stay at higher standards without being drawn out of our shell like conchs and turtles. We can change from lower standards to higher ones, and we must. Joe know the language that makes no sense but prrr, prrr, prrr. It is trying to mash up on our brains, my people, because we are tired of being blocked by traitors and leeches, and we want better conditions for ourselves today, and not when Mark Golding likes, because we have no more time to wait on our own Judas brothers and sisters to change, because the stakes are too high to throw in the chips now, and because the PNP must vote out Mark or we shall vote out the PNP. Think on these things, my people. Peace out.